I would have to say that East Elmhurst has a lot to offer. According to the census data, East Elmhurst is a neighborhood that holds a large percentage of Hispanic and Latino population, approximately ranging in 62.4%. In addition, this neighborhood also homes a 24.4 average rate of African American inhabitants. A large percentage of its inhabitants ranges from the age of 20 to 45 years old, which makes up of 34% of the entire neighborhood's population. The following largest age group ranges from 46 to 55 years old, which makes a total of 12.4%. Now, let's talk about its living costs. On average, the general range of income is approximately $50,000 to $75,000 for all East Elmhurst inhabitants. In addition, this is a very quiet neighborhood. It's filled with lots of open space, playgrounds, parks, open fields, mom and pop shops, and lots of places to go, along with very special landmarks that you must see. We also have a couple of must-see places. The first is the Fair Theater. Located between 90th and 91st Street and Astoria Boulevard, East Elmhurst Main Avenue, the Fair Theater has been one of the oldest landmarks of the neighborhood. It was originally built in 1939 and was named after the known World's Fair that was held in Flushing Meadow Park. Having just turned 78 this past spring, the Fair Theater is kept with its original design to help capture its rustic beauty across the years. We also have Buccaneer Diner, right on the corner of 94th Street and Astoria Boulevard. This diner was first built in 1976 after being the Red Wagon Diner. Buccaneers keeps its classic American cuisine and makes sure that all of its staff members get to know the residents of the area. The staff here have remained for many years, ensuring the classic look and homey feel to this rare place. And last but not least, we have Jackson Hole Diner. It's located on 70th Street and Astoria Boulevard and was built in 1972. Jackson Hole has been a place where you can find the best burgers in town. Keeping their classic 70s look, the family-owned restaurant is always consistently engaged with all of East Elmhurst. The brand personality of East Elmhurst is mostly catered to the traditional American resident, ranging about an age of 35 to 55. Someone who's really looking to go ahead and take a rest, someone who's retired or perhaps looking to retire, someone who's just really looking for a peaceful neighborhood. Since there's not much going on, they decide to either go out for a late cafe at lunch or perhaps catch an old film at the Fair Theater. If we were to redesign this neighborhood, there would definitely be a few changes. The first is our target. Before, as I stated earlier, the target of the general population here is a person or a resident from the ages of 35 to 55. In this case, we would go ahead and try and reach a younger demographic. The new target would be someone who is aging between the years of 20 to 35 or 40. In addition to that, we would also be implementing a few changes amongst the residential avenues, like creating small cafes that are affordable and perhaps have special discounts to go ahead and reach that younger demographic audience. In addition to that, we would also implement some doggy parks, perhaps, because this neighborhood is very pet friendly, and so we want to make sure that we are able to maintain and reach other extensive audiences. We also would like to go ahead and implement perhaps a track and field for all of our runners and cyclists. As this is a very suburban neighborhood, it's important to go ahead and lower the pollution rate, which is happening very consecutively throughout the years. And so it's a good place for our bikers and our runners to go ahead and take some time out of their day and safely go ahead and exercise. The idea is to target the new group because we want to go ahead and have the different demographic of people go in. We want to have the new idea would be to have the younger demographic of residents reach out to this suburban neighborhood. We want the innovators, the early majority, we want the late majority, and the early adapters. We want the innovators, the early adapters, and the early majority to go ahead and search out for these particular spaces. Because they're new, because they're fresh, and because they're so unexpected, we want to make sure that we have them as much remarkable. We want to make sure that they're as remarkable as they can be. So then the value of the actual neighborhood will definitely increase. Not only will there be different products, but there will be definitely different services catering to different kind of audiences. Though we want to go ahead and keep the same tradition, there is a perfect time to expand, being a little bit more trendy, a little bit more modern, perhaps implementing new technology like newer cafes that have digital music, the latest, the most advanced, and then also making sure that we carve out time for those who are actually here and who are a little bit older.